Hello and welcome to today's lesson. In today's lesson, we're going to learn how to create a TechPack to send to a printer. The TechPack we're creating today is going to be the information the screen printer is going to need to know what color and placement the art you want on the t-shirt is going to be. So let's start with our windows. Transform, Align, Pathfinder, Swatches, Color Guide, Stroke, Gradient, Transparency, Artboard, Layers, and then our general tools. So if you've seen my previous video, I showed you how to create a CAD layout. If you haven't, I would advise you go and see it. And if you have, I'll give you a moment where you can create your own TechPack header that looks just like this. So you're going to need the shirt that in the previous video I showed how to create a shirt. You're going to need a shirt front and the back, your header with the information that has name, category, date, revised date, page. And you're going to create the same header, but you're going to put it down here with the information that says body, A, B, C, D, and comments. Once you have that created, come back and watch this, keep on watching it from where you stopped. So once you have this created, we're going to name the T, and this T name is going to be Freedom. So Freedom T. Category is going to be men's apparel, and then today's date is the 7th. So 10/07/2019. Revised date, we don't have one yet, and we're going to create another art page. So for now, just do 1 out of 2. So our front view, our back view. On our front view, we're going to place our art here. So I've created a previous artwork for one of my clients, Alpine Stars. So we're going to go and highlight both of the shirts I created, edit, copy, and now we're going to edit, paste, OK, and we're going to make this holding shift, we're going to make it smaller so we can place it to the side. So you can use whatever art you've created, or you can create an art with 2 colors and then follow along, or you can just watch it to get an idea and then go back and rewatch this video. Okay, so to get the right sizing to this shirt, we're going to click on the shirt. We're going to go up here and we're going to copy. So we're going to highlight it. We're going to copy, edit, copy, or just Command C on your keyboard. And then we're going to go here, highlight the art in the shirt, and we're going to go to our transform tool and we're going to double click it and we're going to paste the information there. So now our shirt is the same size as that shirt. We're going to highlight the art and the t-shirt, and we're going to place it on top of that shirt. So now we're just going to click on the shirt and press delete. That way you don't have 2 shirts. So the first step, it's going to be our placement. So we're going to create a little information to show the printer what our placement of our shirt is going to be. So I can see that the art's a little bit off, so let's center it. We're going to go to our pen tool, and where it says intersect, we're going to click one, and we're going to click another one here, and click another one here. We're going to change it to swatches, red, and we're going to make it an outline. Let's make that outline 0.5. And now we're going to add the information. So we're going to click on the name. We're going to copy it, and then we're going to paste it. We're going to go to our paragraph, and we're going to center it. And here we're going to put center front, all capitals, and center front. And our placement is going to be 2 inches from neck seam. Okay. And let's make this 7 point. And let's place it a little bit up there. There we go. We can even do the direct select tool, click on the top of the anchor, and drag it down a little bit with the arrows on your keyboard. That way it's not all the way up. Okay, so now we're going to go to your type tool, and we're going to type in capitals A. And it's going to be, I'm going to have that one bold. And let's make that back to a 10 point, a little bit bigger. And then we're going to grab the type tool again, and we're going to do B, and then one more, and we're going to create C. Okay, so each of those letters are going to represent each color. So we will grab all 3, and we're going to change them to red. And let's place the A here. Let's place the B here, and the C, let's line them up like right here with B. Okay, so now how you did the path, you can highlight it, and then you can go to your pen tool, and from A, you're going to click to the black, click the selection tool so it highlights back. B is going to be the orange, and then C is going to be the burnt orange. Okay, now that you have all those 3 colors highlighted, all that information is going to go down here. So let me explain this. We're not going to call the white here because we want it to be the same color as the shirt. So they're not going to create a screen, and that's not going to be printed. So the shirt is going to show through the white. Just a little information. Okay, so now where it says body color, we're going to start adding the information. So we're going to go to rectangle tool, and we're going to create a little rectangle, and with the eyedropper, we're going to sample that line. Okay, and we're creating this on layer 2. So now the body color is going to be white. So we're going to grab the type tool again, and we're going to place it right there, and we're going to write PMS black C. Okay, so printers work with Pantones. Let's align to left. Printers work with Pantones, so we're gonna call out Pantones on this side, and let's make this 9 point. Okay, so now that we have that, let's change that back to medium, and you can use any font you want. It's just the font that I use. So now that we're calling the PMS Pantone Black C, we're going to go to our rectangle tool, but we're going to get the ellipse tool. Holding shift, we're going to create a circle, and we're going to fill it with black. Okay. So that's going to show the printer the color that you want printed. So now we're going to click on the circle, click on the writing, and we're going to do edit, copy, edit, paste and place, and holding shift, we're going to drag it to the next column. So now our next step is to highlight the circle. Now with the eyedropper tool, we're going to sample this orange. So now the trick is to find what the Pantone color for this orange is, because you can't put orange because the printer is going to want to know what type of orange you're using. So on the color guide, we're going to click on the orange. Once you have your color guide, we're going to click on the orange. The orange is going to show up right here. And you're going to click on that orange. You're going to click on this middle part. It's going to show up on your swatches, and it's going to give you the Pantone 715C. So we're going to add that information right here, 715C. So that Pantone is 715C. Now the printer can look it up in their Pantone swatches and match that color. So again, we're going to highlight both, edit, copy, edit, paste in place, holding shift again, we're going to move it to this column. Now we're going to sample the burn torch. So with the eyedropper, click on the eyedropper and sample that. Again, go to your color guide, click on the orange, click on the set base part, and then you're going to click on the middle. So now it's going to give you the Pantone 7579C. So 75, 70, 75, 79C. Okay. So there's no third color, and we're not making any comments right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the same thing to the next colorway. But before we do that, we're going to fill the A, B, C in. So go to your layer 2, lock it, go to your layer 1, and with the tool, you're going to write. So t-shirts, the typical ink colors you can use is Pantone, Soft-Hand Plastisol, Discharge. Those are basically the most basic that everybody goes to. Then you get into high density, flock. There's crackle. There's many inks that you can use, but the most basic ones that people use is Pantone, Soft-Hand Plastisol, Water Base, and Discharge. So we're just going to do some Soft-Hand right now. So let's write Soft-Hand Plastisol. And we're going to highlight, and we're going to copy it, and we're going to do all three like that. So paste, paste. So all three are going to be Soft-Hand Plastisol. So now that we have this, we're going to highlight just that column, and we're going to do edit, copy, edit, paste in place, and we're going to drag it down till it lines up to there. Okay, lock that. Let's go to layer 2, grab that, grab that, grab that, that, edit, copy, edit, paste in place, and we're going to drag it to the bottom column till it lines up. So now you have all this information. Our next body color, you're going to take the eyedropper and you're going to sample that, and we're going to add these colors. So now we know that A is going to be the white, B is going to be that blue, and C is going to be that red. You want to make sure that it's in perfect order, because if you call this one A and then this one C and then this one B, they're going to print it in that order, and these are going to be switched. So make sure it's always the color. If that is white, if that is black, that has to be white. If that is orange, that has to be blue. If that's burnt orange, has to be red. It can't be black, red, blue, because when they see the art, they're going to get confused. So now we're going to go to the first ink, which is A, and we want to use white. So again, we're just going to write white. It's the easiest Pantone you can find. And here, you're going to go to your swap fill, and you're going to do it for that stroke. So because you want white, or if you want it, you can use your eyedrop tool and just sample that. Either way works. So let's just sample it. On the second one, we can go to your eyedropper, sample. So click on the eyedropper, sample the blue. And for the third one, eyedropper, sample the red. Okay. So now we're going to go again to our color guide. We're going to go color guide. So click on the color guide and click on that one, and then go your middle. And then when you go back to your swatches, you don't see it, make sure you click it and you click it. Now it should show. I don't know why it's not showing up. Let's try it again. Color guide. If it's not showing, you can click to your next. Come on. There we go. Just double click it. Sorry about that. So you can double click it and the color will show up. That's why it wasn't showing up. So you double click it. 27, 26 is the right Pantone color. So 27, 26. Okay, let's try it again. Highlight, color guide, click it, double click it, and now it's just show up in the swatch. It's not showing up. Let's try it again. Nope. Let's try that one and then go here. And there we go. I guess you have to, for some reason, you have to click that one, then go back to it and double click it. For some reason, I don't know why it's doing that, but it's red 032. So we're going to write red 032. Okay. So now we have this information that we're going to give. Oh, you can delete this one. That we're going to give the printer. So you have your header information. You have your placement, center front, 2 inches from next seam, and usually the basic is 3 inches, but since the art is a little bit higher, starts a little bit higher, I put 2 inches from next seam. Our colors, so A, B, C, are colors that are going to print. Our body colors are inks, so all 3 are self-hand plastisol, and the ink colors that they're going to use for each plate. Okay. So our second page, we're going to go to Artboard, create page. So now you have 2 pages. We're going to go to our layers. We're going to lock the first one. Lock the second one, unlock the first one, and you're going to highlight the top. You're going to go edit, copy. Oh, make sure you click the first page actually, because if not, it's not going to work. Edit, copy. So make sure it's highlighted. You're going to click on the second one, edit, paste, and place. So now you have that right there. You're going to lock that, and we're going to, on layer 2, we're going to do the same thing. So highlight, make sure that page is highlighted, then highlight all that information, edit, copy, highlight the second page, make sure it's clicked on, edit, paste, and place. Okay. So now the only thing we're going to change here is the page 2 out of 2. Okay. So here we're going to give the printer, we're going to highlight that color. We're going to go edit, copy. We're going to go to the second page, and we're going to do paste. It doesn't matter which section. So here we're going to make it big enough to fit the page. This doesn't gonna give the printer the actual size, like how big it is in actual form. We're just gonna give them an idea, and then we're gonna create another page with the actual one. So usually 9 is the average size for artwork to be printed in front. Anything smaller is going to be a little bit too small. Usually 9 looks great on small, mediums, and large. So again, we're going to get the pen tool. So grab the pen tool, and we're going to go to where the line starts. Holding shift, we're going to go towards the end, and we're going to create a line. So now the fill, we're going to switch it to a stroke, red, and that's going to be the width. So now we're going to create one that goes from here down, and what we're going to do is we're going to edit, copy, edit, paste in place, and holding shift, we're going to drag it to the other side, intersect. So now that's going to be the white of it. So we're going to grab the type tool, and we're going to put 9 inches wide. That way the printer knows that the art's going to be 9 inches wide. And make sure the paragraph is aligned to center, and center it. You can make that red, and you can make it like a 10 point. Doesn't have to be, because they're going to print it out. Okay, so now we have our colors, so that way they can see it's black, orange, and burnt orange. You don't have to put the other colorway because they have all the information down here. So now we have the 2 pages for the TechPack. So what we're going to do, you're going to do is File, Save, and save it as TechPack for Printer. Once you have that created and saved, you're going to highlight the art. You're going to go Edit, Copy, and now you're going to create File, New document. And the size really doesn't matter right now. We're going to change it, and I'm going to show you how. Just make this Freedom Art. So let's create that. Once we have that created, we're going to go and do Edit, Paste. And now that all of it is highlighted, you're going to go to the width and you're going to make it the actual size 9 that it was. So it fits. So you don't really have to make it big or small. This is the second art page you're going to send to them. So you're going to send them the TechPack for Printer and the Freedom Art. So let's say the art was, well, you save it as Freedom Art. So File, Save, Freedom Art, you can close. But let's say the art was 14 inches and you're like, oh, it doesn't fit. So what you're going to do is you're going to leave it at 14. You're going to click on the page and you're going to go to the artboard tool. You're going to stretch it and make it so the artboard fits the art. Not the art. The art is not going to fit the artboard. We're going to make the artboard fit the art. So once you have that, you can save it and do it like that. So edit, undo, edit, undo. That's only if the art is bigger than the page. Edit, undo. So let's go back. So the art is going to be 9 inches. And that's where you're going to give the printer. So the printer's going to get it, and they're going to know what shirts to print on. And once it's done, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So we'll go to alpinestars.com and Freedom Tee. This is the shirt made already, and this is how it came out. So the white colorway and the blue colorway, and I also created one that had a black colorway. So that's how it looks like: white with the black, the orange and the burnt orange, the blue with the white, the blue and the red, and then there was a black colorway with the white, blue, and green. So you can play around, pick the colors, pick the one, and then you never know. A client might pick it up and it gets printed, and your first masterpiece will be out there. Thanks again for joining me for this session. Write your questions in the comment section, and I'll make sure to answer your questions. And until next time, hope you have a good one.